Alright guys, today we have a Miller's Fall 4453 screwdriver out of my dad's toolbox. This thing is pretty rusty, but it looks like it's probably never been used. It's just sat out there in that Port Charlotte, Florida humidity for all these years in my dad's toolbox. But that's a company you may not have heard of, Miller's Falls. It was founded in Greenfield, Massachusetts in 1868. It was bought in 1962 by Ingersoll Rand, and they had it until 1982 and sold it back to Miller's Falls. And they've moved production over to China in 2002. So what I'm going to do here now is take this over to the wire wheel and clean some of this surface rust off of that, and then we'll get on this 1x30 belt sander with some 120 grit, and then we'll work through the grits on the conditioning belts and see how this thing turns out. Well, as you can see, that surface rust is starting to come off of there, but it's a little bit pitted up, so I'm going to work on this for a few more minutes, and then we'll get over to the 1x30 machine. So this is what it's looking like after just about 5 minutes on that 120 grit sandpaper. It's cleaning up real good, but when I get that conditioning belt on there, it'll get the rest of that rust off there and smooth out some of those scratches. So my red label conditioning belts got worn kind of thin, and I went on to Amazon and found these probably made in China ones for a lot less money, so we're going to give them a try. That was definitely tighter to get on there than the red label, so we'll see how it works. Look at that. All right. So that's what it looks like after running it on the coarse belt. I'm going to go ahead and work it through the medium and the fine belts and see how it comes out. Then probably in the end I'll put a coat of shellac or something on there to keep it from rusting up again, or maybe I'll just blue it. I'm not sure yet. Alright, so this is what it looks like after the medium and fine belts. So with that off-brand of conditioning belt, two of them, I had to roll the top of that machine to make it start. They were so tight. The red label are easier to get off and on, and they seem to not be so tight as on that machine. So next time I go to buy them, I'll probably go back to the red label. Interesting thing I did see right there is a crack in that plastic, and I don't know if that's just from laying in a hot toolbox down in the Florida sun or what caused that, but I don't think it's going to be too structural as far as not being able to use the screwdriver. So before I get into bluing it, because I'm out of shellac, I'm going to take a tub of towels and see if I can clean some of the grime off of this handle. These are pretty amazing towels. They're a little bit expensive. You get these on Amazon as well. But as far as cleaning tool handles, they get just about everything off of them. I've even had some luck getting that funk off of the handles of the old Craftsman screwdrivers, you know, when they get that funky, moldy smell. So yeah, not terrible at all. In fact, we'll save this towel and reuse it. Alright, so I've cleaned that blade up with some acetone. Now we're going to try some Birchwood Casey Super Blue and see how well this takes bluing. It's kind of funny, some metals will turn real dark blue and some metals will turn jet black, and some metals it doesn't do a whole lot too. It just depends on the makeup of the metal, I guess. That one's turning pretty good. So what we'll do next is let that bluing set on there for just a few minutes, and then we'll coat it with some oil and let that sit overnight. And that was a pretty quick, fun little project, easy. That screwdriver, other than the crack in the handle right there, is in pretty good shape. It doesn't look like my dad ever used it. It just probably sat in his toolbox. So also, someone leave in the comments and remind me to buy cotton balls, because those were my last 2 cotton balls and I'm going to need them this week. So thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more of this kind of content. And as always, you guys have a good weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, one more thing I meant to let you guys know that are into the donkey side of this channel. Tune in tomorrow, because the farrier Will is coming out to trim the donkey's feet. So that ought to be an interesting video for some of you. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.